Hello everyone, hello, my name is Alice Oseman and I'm the author of Solitaire and I'm also the author of Radio Silence. The lovely Ariel has asked me to make a little video about reading and why you should read books, which obviously you should, because books are great. I mean, I would say that, you know, that's kind of my entire career. I wanted to talk specifically about how to get into reading if you're not really a reader, or if you're struggling with reading, like maybe you're in some kind of book slump, because I know how it feels to be in that situation. I mean, I've been a reader my whole life, but once I got to university, where I did English literature, I really got put off reading. I just couldn't read for enjoyment anymore, and I just went my whole kind of second and third year of university, didn't really read much apart from my course books. Even then I didn't read much of those either. So my advice for getting into reading, firstly, don't be pressured to read certain things based on other people's views of the books. I think particularly in the book community there's a lot of like pressure to read things because they're hyped, or because everyone's talking about this book and you're like, oh god, maybe I should read it. Like, the thing is, everyone's tastes in books are different. Something that loads of people might really enjoy, you might not, so try and focus on your own interests, and try and think about things that you personally would enjoy reading about, whether that's a genre, kind of a historical period, or anything really. Secondly, if you're not much of a reader and you want to get into reading, or you're in some kind of book slump, don't start big. Don't be like, right, I haven't read anything for 3 years, I'm going to get back into it by reading Les Miserables, which is like, I've never read Les Mis, isn't it like 800 pages long? I don't know, I don't even want to find out. You could start with maybe a graphic novel. They're always fun, very easy to read, very quick to read. You could start with a short story, or maybe just some fan fiction. That might get you back into reading a little bit. Or maybe just something light, pacey, doesn't feel stressful to read. I think that's the important thing about getting back into reading, is don't make reading stressful for yourself. And the last thing is, I think, if you want to get into reading, and you should, because reading is fun and there's so much out there, you should try and remember that there's so many different types of books, which is one of the amazing things about reading. There's so much variety. If you're trying to read adult books like crime novels or maybe romance novels and you're not enjoying them, you're like, oh, this is so boring, I hate reading. Maybe you just need to try different styles of books, like young adult fiction. Would recommend young adult fiction, particularly Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Just don't give up at the first hurdle, because reading, it is, you know, it's more strenuous than just sitting on a sofa and putting Netflix on. But it's worth it. I think, you know, obviously books are amazing, and once you've gotten yourself into it, I think you'll wonder why you hadn't before, because there's just something so special about reading. I think that's all I've got to say. Yeah, thanks very much to Ariel for inviting me to be part of the Booktubeathon. I have my own channel if you fancy coming over and, you know, watching me have many mental breakdowns about writing. It's pretty much all I talk about on my channel. Happy Booktubeathon, enjoy all the other videos, read my books, read any books. Yeah, see you later.